This is the Wealthy Investor Show, where we don't just talk about your wealth, we also talk about your holistic health. I'm your host, Matthias.
And I'm Erica.
And this is the Wealthy Investor.
3, 2, 1. This is the Wealthy Investor Podcast. This episode is all about what the Wealthy Investor Podcast is. And what this podcast is all about is successful people and how they live their balanced and fulfilled lives. So we have 4 businesses that we run. We are happily married. This is my best friend, Erica. Say hi.
Hello.
And we have 3 wonderful kids that are all under the age of 7, so our life is crazy. But we strive to have very well-balanced lives. We both have psychology backgrounds, one of us more than the other. I went to undergrad, got my psych degree, and did a little bit of mental health work afterwards, including behavior management and a little just general mental health work in the community, which I loved. But about the time that we bought our house, I decided I wanted to become an agent and focused on getting into that business. Do you want to talk a little bit about your counseling background, your psychology background?
Yeah, so I'm a licensed professional counselor. I've been licensed for 10 years, in the business for about 15. I have, over the years, I've offered counseling to kids and teenagers in English and Spanish. I have worked for a private agency for a while, and then also worked for a local CSB for a couple of years until I opened my own private practice in 2020, right in the middle of COVID. And so I've been there for about 4 years, and then now I'm here.
So since we bought that house, I became a top producing agent in our market. So definitely kept me very busy throughout these years. Definitely has relationship strains at times for us. I mean, it's a lot of weekends, a lot of evenings. While I was doing that, I got more heavily involved in real estate investing. Started a real estate investing club and joined forces with another one. And we turned our first house into a rental. That was our first rental. From there, we've started flipping houses. So we flip a few houses every year, and we have then also bird houses. So instead of flipping the houses and getting profit from selling it, we have just done a cash out refinance and taken that profit and just made it into equity, so that we basically ended up with a house free and clear that is just such a win-win, because everybody loves that house because it's perfectly remodeled. We get a good premium on rent for it because it's so nice compared to everything else. So I love that strategy. Burr strategy, if you're not familiar, is amazing. But yeah, Erica, you've been involved as well with all the businesses. I mean, I don't know what I'd do without you. You want to tell us a little about that?
Yeah, as the real estate side of things for Matthias has increased and the investment piece also came in, I have made various adjustments. And that was part of going into the private practice, the tailoring back some of my working hours in that realm to open up some other free time for covering care for the kids. But then also I've been working behind the scenes with the administrative side for both the real estate and the investments, keeping the books and doing all the kinds of research to figure out how to structure the business and what makes the most sense. And consulting our accountant and those kinds of things also. Do you have something?
Our taxes have just gotten very, very complex over the years, and
yes.
I don't know how you do it.
Yes, so it's been a lot of a big learning curve on both sides for both of us, and with that has come with unprecedented strain on all areas of our life. Working long hours and not having set work hours has also placed strain on our relationship, on sharing parenting duties with the kids, trying to figure out where the time is for us, but then also for the things that we enjoy and how to do those together and then separately, and how to find a balance with life that feels good and fun and fulfilling and satisfying. And that's still a work in progress for us, but that's been a part of the reason for this podcast too, to talk with other people about what they have done in their life to create that balance, or if they're still seeking the right formula for themselves too.
One of the things that we've really been passionate about is exercise, and I joined a CrossFit gym soon after COVID ended, but we felt good enough going back into gyms, joined a CrossFit gym and got really into it. And there for a while, you were pretty intimidated by it, but you
was also pregnant.
That had probably
but also
something
intimidated.
To do with it.
Yes.
But yeah, one of the ways that we have sought to keep connection, to keep that an extra way of bonding is doing CrossFit together, and we've gone to the gym regularly together. So wellness is that part of wellness has been part of our lives as well.
Yes.
So in addition to talking to investors, I want to talk to realtors as well. And just one of the points behind this podcast, I think, is to help educate realtors about all the opportunities there are in the real estate investing world. I find it kind of interesting that a lot of agents are not super involved in investing. I think building their business is often a top priority. And I think that's great. And I think it's important. And I want to hear about that from other agents that we talk to. But I think also being educated about the tax incentives that can come from real estate investing, which we all understand probably to a degree, but I don't think a lot of people fully understand like forced depreciation or accelerated depreciation, where you're able to deduct a lot, or real estate syndications where you could invest money, be completely passive, and get a huge write-off on your taxes being a real estate professional. I think a lot of real estate agents do not take advantage of being designated as a real estate professional or truly understand what that means. So we want to really expose that. Also, I think when I first got into real estate investing, I realized quickly that it's kind of like two different worlds. There's the world of being a realtor selling stuff on the MLS, and there's the investment world. And I think that it's a bit black and white, maybe not opposites, but it's just it's definitely two different worlds that I wasn't aware existed before. So I think shedding the light on that would be helpful as well. Mm-hmm. And ultimately, the whole purpose behind why we're motivated is not just wealth building. I think it's about living a fulfilled life. And that's what this podcast is all about. We want to enjoy time with our families. We want to have the freedom to have adventures, to explore the world, to live in a fulfilled, unrestrained way, while still making sure that we're living responsibly and caring for ourselves when we get older, caring for our kids even in college and on.
Mm-hmm. So, I think all of it across the board takes a lot of intentionality and identifying what it is that you want and who you want in your life and how to make those come together.
So we look forward to awesome conversations with high-performing real estate professionals, investors, developers, agents, and seeing what their why is, seeing how they maintain their balance as they go, and learning new wisdom from the community.
Thanks for listening to the WELLthy Investor Podcast, where we talk about wealth and holistic health. If you enjoy our content, subscribe wherever you get your podcasts to hear new episodes every Thursday. If you really like our content, you can follow us on social media at The WELLthy Investor, WELLthy spelled WELLthy.